Hey my everythings, I hope that you all are doing well. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This reading is going to be for Taurus. Taurus, I'm seeing that the spirit of true self is seeking security in your style. So you may be trying to figure out what your true self's style is of doing things. I'm seeing that what's surrounded in that is that you should have kept the day job. So you could be working or not working. You could have quit your job. That could be it. Or whatever the situation is with your job. I am seeing some influence by the way of the southwest wind or the northwest wind. The reason why it's either southwest or northwest is because it has to do with the process of partnership in your work. And then also the process of power that comes from your work, okay? So that's the reason why it's like northwest or southwest. So it definitely has the potential to be both at the same time, or it could be either or, though those winds are influencing and circulating and you defining and finding the pathway set out for your true self and your spirit that is seeking security in all of this, okay? So surrounded in that is, it's like a major operation going on, like something big, a big transition. Like it could be like the breaking of a curse on your bloodline or something like that is what I'm seeing. Every time that I see having an operation, I see like a major transition or like a big change happening. And I'm also seeing some influence by the way of the west wind, where spirit is being taught about a process by the way of the soul from the influence of Mars. And Mars has an orbit within our solar system cycle every 2 years. And what it really draws into the reality and influences is politics and responsibility. So you may like get in a nuance to have conversations with people, because that western wind does generate dialogue by the way of the fire. And so you may like be having conversations about your responsibilities, or maybe even about politics, the politics of responsibilities, whether they have to do with what goes on in your personal life or your external life, you know, with work and not personal relationships or whatever the situation may be. So though I am seeing something about personal relationships, because okay, so your job is also a part of the process of power that influences the incentive to also get married. For only you know how that resonates, okay? Because I am seeing that there is some southern wind coming in that has to do with weddings or marriage, or maybe even a union. So you could also be a part of like a union with your job. Okay, so that is where the the brainstorm is going for the cycle of this read for you. I'm seeing some influence from Mars. Probably has been in motion with this transition or this change for you for the past 2 years. So you could be at the peak of that cycle, which means that you're 1 year in, okay? Or you could be at the end of it, and it could be like something that has been in the works for you to be a part of, though it's coming to its end, and now you have a different sense of what your responsibilities are and what you want to prioritize and where you stand politically, if that resonates with you, okay? In addition to that, I'm also seeing that spirit is being taught by the way of the soul about the partnerships that are made when you go on trips. Something about camping trips. Something about, I am seeing vacation as well. I wasn't going to talk about vacation until I saw it. I mean, yeah. So these are the winds. The winds are teaching you about the partnership that has to do with going on camping trips. The western wind, the process of the influence of Mars, responsibilities, politics, southwest, northwest wind having to do with work, your work ethic, jobs, process of power, and the process of partnership and how money moves, okay? All of that is inclusive in your style and the way that you do this, okay? And then also in that is the power, that you're being taught about when it comes to weddings. Let me correct myself. The reason why weddings is being brought up is because of the tradition, the ritual, and the culture that is involved in it. So that may be something that spirit is saying you need to research, or like I said, it is something, it's in the winds. So it's something that your mind is thinking about, or that's being presented to you, or that's being influenced over you and how you move forward. Though spirit is saying zone in on why people get married, why people have weddings, not why they get married, because usually, anyway, why they have weddings, okay, and the traditions behind it, the cultural background behind it, all of that kind of stuff, and that will help you steer the direction that you want to go in, okay? If you're not familiar with how it is that I do my reads, I do them based on time that has been offered or is available to me for me to be able to share the message with you. So thank you. The time that has been offered to me is the King of Rods. This is a thinking man. This is a man that knows how to use his tool or tools. Okay? I am receiving this energy as lucky, fortunate, like you're very fortunate to be someone that can offer a King of Rods energy is what I'm seeing. Someone that's very favored, okay, and gentle, and effortless and not complicated. So it wasn't hard to receive this energy, okay? Though at the same time, you should consider yourself very fortunate, favored, and lucky to even be able to make that kind of offer. Then the energy that I see you in for the cycle of this read is a Ace of Cups. So with this Ace of Cups, I'm seeing that it's representing like a new heart, a new perspective, a new perception. Okay? And even though there is no eastern wind that has been influencing where you are in this cycle. I'm being led to point out that, okay, the northern wind represents the end of a cycle, okay? And the northern wind is by the way of the influence of the community, the partnership, the air, the community building, the spirit. And this end may have happened like mid-December, or it could be happening in the time to come. Now there is some influence also. Gosh, you are going through so much, and I can see it by the way of Mercury influencing what is going on with you. And Mercury goes through these 88-day cycles, okay? So there's also some influence from Mercury coming in by the way of the north that has to do with camping trips, okay? Now, this is something new for you, maybe a new relationship, a new partnership. It does have to do with love. So in your emotions. And I'm also seeing like the Holy Grail. I always see the Holy Grail when I see the Ace of Cups. So it's not anything bad. It's not a bad energy to be in. It just may seem like it's a lot because taking it all in, yeah, it is. I'm seeing you in this energy as handsome. You're being received as attractive, lively, charismatic, magnetic, even charming. So it's not a bad thing. Ooh, okay, so the first card I see you in for the cycle of this read is the Eight of Pentacles. Now these cards, the cycle is obviously something that has been completed, okay? So that's how the time is able to be offered to me. I'm just seeing into your past. So, Eight of Pentacles. I'm seeing that you're focusing really hard on building up your finances, your money, how you make your money, how your money comes in. Like, there's a lot of focus on your finances. And the universe is kind of like, aw. That's just what I'm seeing. Like, people are receiving you in this energy as adorable, loving, charming, delightful. So yeah, in this Eight of Pentacles energy where you are absolutely focusing on building up your wealth, look, he's focusing really hard, or she. You don't have to be a man or a woman, female or male. The gender is not specific. Take it as it resonates. Though you are focusing really hard on your money, okay? And the universe is like, aw. Or the people that are receiving you are like, aw, you're so adorable. The way that you're, you know. Though you're also being received as not tattered. Like, the pursuit to be financially secure is not wearing away at all that is good about you. And that just may be your style, okay? And I'm also seeing that you're being received as attractive, again, not absurd, and not frightening. So then I see that you may have encountered, like, oh, excuse me, focus. I see that you may have encountered some type of heartbreak, okay? That you were able to heal from, though. Because if it was like this, then it would be like, oh, you're still so heartbroken. However, I am seeing that you encountered some type of heartbreak in the past. And that you were able to heal from, you got over it. And even in this energy of you having healed from the heartbreak, I'm seeing that you focusing on your finances may have been a way of helping to heal from this heartbreak, okay? So in this energy, you're being received as friendly, affectionate, comforting, even welcoming, not depressing, and not offensive. So then I see that there were some challenges that you may have gone through, or some obstacles that were in your way. Could have been stuff that you dealt with from the past. And even though these challenges or obstacles were meant to overwhelm you and to make you even cruel, they were meant to make you cruel. They were meant to make you miserable. They were meant to make you bitter. And that's what I'm seeing. And what I'm also seeing is that you had some angelic spirits around you that were refortifying your need not to worry, because big happy changes were going to come in your future. Now, when you were going through this Eight of Rods challenge or obstacles, I'm also seeing that you were feeling hesitant, and that you were also feeling forced to do something. Maybe forced to get over your heartbreak. Maybe forced to work harder. That is just what I'm seeing. It's very transparent. In those moments, you have to understand that you were inheriting those challenges, though you also inherited the strength to overcome them. And sometimes that strength comes from within, though with spiritual attachments to guardians and angelic guides. Just the same way that you could have inherited spiritual attachments to be attacked by the way of your bloodline. Okay? And so even as it may have all come falling down, or there were so many challenges, or you felt so overwhelmed, or you felt hesitant in moving forward in some type of way, or you may have even felt forced, I'm seeing that there were angelic forces, not the negative kind of forces, though, the right kind of forces that were around you, that were trying to reassure you that there's no need to worry, because big happy changes were on the way. And it's kind of like when you're in the midst of the fucking storm, you're like, God, why? And I completely understand this. So, and if y'all wondering why she's being so detailed, because I have a niece that is a Taurus, and this is going to be seen in the future, and I just want her to know that, like, it's going to be okay. And this could, anyway. So in this energy, you're being received as virtuous. So it's almost like you can feel that angelic force around you. You know that there is a spirit guide that is with you. You're praying. You're staying on it to make sure that you don't break down and fall. So then the other emotions, since I started picking them up, that I need to talk about that are associated with the cycle of this read is that you're feeling frisky, which I can see for the next card, that you're feeling fortunate, that you're moving on and you're letting go, or that you have moved on and you have let go, and that you're going to go on vacation, or that's and with that northern wind that says camping trips, that's what I'm seeing, that there's maybe some type of vacation in December, mid-December, something like that. So have fun. Okay, so the last card that I see you in for the cycle of this read is the Knight of Swords. Now the Knight of Swords is someone that has been ambitious about the way of your words, okay? Like, it just reminds me of somebody that's just like not afraid to say what it is that they want to say, regardless of the consequences, where a King of Swords is more like meticulous about what he says or she says, you know. The Knight of Swords is like, I'm ready to go in. And people are like, well, you got to practice this first. You're like, I don't care, I'm ready to go in. So in this Knight of Swords, I see you like very, though that's your style, you know, and gotta love it. So then surrounded in that, like I see it says, should have kept the day job. So encompassed in this whole cycle of whatever it is, maybe you were ready to move on and let go of your old job or whatever it is that you were working hard at, and it's like open heart surgery to get you to where it is that you actually want to be, because that includes dealing with, I'm hearing, financial security, though also the inheritance of those challenges to have financial security. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, this isn't just, your hardships aren't just of your own doing. They're from a compilation of nuances that vibrate off of other people in your bloodline, whether if you know them or you don't know them. God knows them, okay? Knows these connections, is familiar with all of these connections. Ooh, I'm saying too much. Okay. So, what I am saying is, in this energy, you are brave and bold, okay? Though you're not haunted by any of those challenges that some people in your bloodline are. And you know that, okay? And that's why you should consider yourself fortunate to even be able to let go of what some of those challenges are. And I mean in regard to addictions, obsessions, those spirits really run mucks in families. And if you have been blessed by angelic forces that are telling you that there's no need to worry because big happy changes are coming, then you're already one step ahead of whatever it is that was counting against you to be on the right path of moving forward. So I'm seeing you in this energy as glorious, delightful, magnificent. Oh, you got delightful twice. So you're so nice. They said it twice. Pleasing, delightful, glorious. So, okay, Knight of Swords energy at the end of this cycle. Well, let's see what's going on in your future. Okay. So, for your future, the first thing that I see that is happening is that whatever was going on that was not so great, whatever the overwhelming challenges are, in your bloodline that they may have dealt with in the past, or that other people in your bloodline have obviously just haven't come back from, in this Ten of Swords energy. If it were like this, then, you know, if you, yeah, you get what I'm saying? Though it's upright, so I'm seeing that all of those ways that you felt disappointed, disrespected, violated. Ooh, I'm feeling rage. Like, wherever you were just angry, that, or upset, or feeling abandoned. Okay, too many emotions. Forced to respond in an aggressive way. I'm seeing that you were able to overcome that. Like, because this could lead to depression, anxiety, like I said, those feelings of being haunted. In this energy, you are not haunted to the point where it took you out. Okay? So I'm seeing you as not complicated. Whatever those trials or tribulations or things that you were going through, whatever was worrying or bothering you or trying to haunt you, you know, even if it was like a projection from someone else in your bloodline, or you know, that energy of, because I went through it, you gotta go through it. I'm seeing that whatever that was, you overcame it because you were gentle with yourself. You gave yourself grace, and you gave grace to others. Maybe even the people that stabbed you in your back. You gave them grace. Who can stand against grace? Nothing can stand against grace. That's like them trying to stand against God. Like the devil, like, I'm going to run amok in your life. And God is like, okay, and I'm going to forgive you, so... and I'm going to give you grace, and I'm going to give you all the space and time that you need to grow. So whenever you're done, it's like temper tantrum type of energy. And you can do that all that you want. Like, I'm still going to love you. I'm still going to give you grace. I'm not going to curse you because it's not my space or place to curse you. As God, I bless you. Every time. And that's what I'm seeing in this energy. Not complicated at all. And you know what? Because that's what's going to happen in your future, I see that you should not feel forced, like I said, and you shouldn't feel hesitant about giving people grace or giving yourself grace. Okay? Why? Because it's happening in divine timing, and they just need space and time to grow. And that divine timing is the angel message for you when you do go through that realization. And Spirit is saying, reconsider complicating things. Okay? Because of your hesitance. Like, don't hesitate to communicate clearly. And that's what it's at. So, okay. Right. As this Knight of Swords, that is so funny. The card fell on the Knight of Swords. It was like, you ain't have no problem saying what it is that you needed to say when you was in that Knight of Swords energy. You didn't have any problem communicating clearly then. So when there are those feelings where you feel like you've been deceived, or someone has stabbed you in your back, or whatever the situation is, where you feel like you were forced to do something, or you feel like you have to force someone else to do something, reconsider complicating things, because all of those things are happening in divine timing. They're happening at the perfect time for the change to happen, okay? The big happy change to happen, remember? And Spirit is saying, do not be hesitant and complicate things, because that is the divine time to communicate clearly, okay? So So what I'm seeing in your future, like I said, this is like open heart surgery. Whew. And it does have to do with this. You maybe even feeling some type of regret, though I didn't see a regret card, okay? With you feeling like you should have kept your day job, though those changes needed to happen, or those transitions needed to happen. You feeling the way that you felt or how you feel needs to happen in order for the big happy changes to come. And why do you say that, everything? Why do you say that, Sparrow? Because as far into your future as I can see, there is influence from Mars happening, right? Though there's also that influence from Mercury. And they are consistently, ebbing and flowing through time with you as it's constantly being offered for you to experience. And this could be things like you spending time with people, even you going to work, you, like I said, going on camping trips, going on vacation, the idea, the process of you moving on and letting go, all of that is by the way of the influence of these planets and what they're doing for our solar system as a whole. So even as you have these individual experiences, they are a part, you are a part of something that is bigger and greater than you, greater than all of us. Though in all of this, as far as to your future as I can see, you receive the 10 of Cups, and this is absolute joy. This is wish fulfillment. You get what it is that you're really desiring, what your true self and your spirit is actually seeking. And that's definite style. Okay? In this energy, I'm seeing it as cosmic, planetary, and also bright and brilliant and radiant. So you're thriving in this 10 of Cups energy, and it's not intense. It's just very smooth and, and that's your style. So to you, Taurus, I do send love and light and healing energy, and I will see you all next time. Bye.